Yesterday we ran through John Machoda's top 10 Cowboys by position list.
We sure did.
And I think it's only fair. If you're going to criticize someone's list or go through their list, put your own list out there too. So I'm thinking about putting my own list out there and, let people go.
You did go after him pretty hard. Huh. I was surprised.
I love John. I think he does a hell of a job. I think he covers the team really, really well. And that's a great thing. If you're willing to put a list out there and let people kind of pick it apart, that's a good thing.
I loved when he put tight end at 10.
I did too. Because I did the same thing.
Oh, did you? Nice job.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
And I'll start with my top 10 list as we go along here for the Dallas Cowboys this year. Again, this is in response to John Machoda's list.
I feel like you guys are doing a ranking list battle at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to have him on the show.
Yeah. I'd love to have John on the show. Absolutely. Number 10, he's right about this. It's Dalton Schultz and a lot of unknowns. They might like all these backups, but none of these guys are proven.
Yeah.
None of these guys are proven.
But it also says something about Dalton Schultz.
Yeah.
Because at quarterback, it's Dak and a bunch of unknowns, but you still rank that highly.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, John did. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this list yet, Brian.
Yeah. But like I said, I know what they have in Dalton Schultz. I just don't know what they have in Jake Ferguson, Sean McEwen,
Sure.
Jeremy Sprinkle,
yeah,
Ian Bunting, guys like that.
And what do they have in Dalton Schultz on a scale of 1 to 10?
I think got a really efficient pass catching tight end. Not much else.
That wasn't a number.
As far as him as a pass catcher, or is this a complete tight end?
Total player ranking.
Total player 6.
6. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. He's a 6.
He's carved out a nice career.
He has.
Congratulations.
He has. Got paid pretty well this year. Number 9, John had, for me, I had special teams at 9. And when I'm thinking about special teams, I'm thinking about the punt, the punter, the snapper, and the kicker. All right? And the punter and the snapper are outstanding. The kicker has never attempted a kick in the NFL game, and that has to be a concern.
Oh, that's going to hurt you.
Yeah. I mean, you cannot, they've got to figure out. Now, teams go with rookie kickers, the Bengals. I get it, And this kid, by all accounts, everybody talks about what he did at Texas Tech. He was he was one of the guys in the Big 12, and everybody was, with Dicker the kicker and all that stuff going on at Texas and stuff. And this kid probably didn't get as much shine, but I will say this. You cannot rank a special teams unit, especially a kicker. If you don't know who you have a plan, or I'm not saying not having a plan, but not having a guy that you feel comfortable with as that kicker. Again, special teams number 9 for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Bryan Broaddus' top 10.
It's got potential, though. If this rookie turns up, we can give him a different ranking. The punter's outstanding. The snapper's outstanding. But the kicker, but still.
The kicker can lose you games.
Snapper's like pass-fail, and punter is like if you're not a great one, you still hit it like 3 yards shorter than the great ones do, so it's close enough. Like field goals can actually lose you games.
Yeah. This guy, that punter was mean, but the way that, he kicked them out of some trouble last year. Number 8, wide receivers. This group has a chance to rise once Gallup returns, but until then, it's Lamb, Washington, and Tolbert.
Wow, you got them low.
2 things. If Gallup is back sooner and Tolbert is a quick study, I think this group can move up. I don't trust Washington at all. I'm sorry. I just don't. Pittsburgh has always been able to develop wide receivers. They moved on from him. He was just move on.
And it wasn't even going to cost him a lot of money.
No. But you better hope that Gallup comes back quicker and Tolbert is picking it up and not missing any time. Number 8, wide receivers. Number 7, offensive line. Sure. I sure did see a ton of Connor McGovern at left guard. Maybe they're not just giving Tyler Smith this job. There's a lot of questions to me here. We've talked about this a bunch. The left tackle, the left guard. We talk about the right tackle, what's that's all about. That group's number 7 to me, offensive line. Running backs at number 6. This position is tied to the offensive line. If it struggles once again, it won't likely matter how well Elliott or Pollard play. Coaches will play into how well this group plays as well. If the coaches don't use these guys the right way, again, they might be 7 or 8 on your list. But right now, I've got him at number 6. But they're tied to this offensive line. We'll see.
And that to me right there, those last two is the key to the season.
Yeah.
Tell me this team can run the football, and I think they're going to win 11 or 12 games. I really think it's that big because I think the defense is going to be really good.
Number 5, safeties. Love Curse, love Hooker, love Smith. They need to figure out that fourth guy. If they figure out who that fourth guy is, then this group has a chance to elevate itself as well. But right now, I've got them kind of in the middle of the list.
It's fair.
Number 4, linebackers.
Wow.
Parsons is a star. Vander Esch is one of those sneaky off-season signings that could really, I think, could help.
He had a tale of 2 seasons last year.
Did.
He might have just figured it out. They said he was a late bloomer.
Yeah.
And, maybe it just took 4 years at the NFL level. Not unheard of.
Keep an eye on Jabril Cox, though. Not Jabril Cox, on Cox. My guy Cox said Jabril Cox. It's not Jabril Cox.
Yeah, it is.
It's Jabril Cox. I was thinking it's Jabril Cox. I was thinking it's safety from the thinking another guy, another Jabril. But anyway, keep an eye on Jabril
Peppers.
Cox. Yeah, Jabril Peppers, I'm thinking of. But keep an eye on him. Once he gets back on the field, there's a lot to like about him.
Yeah.
I think the coaches will figure out something with him. So, linebackers, number 4.
He's the LSU 4th rounder in the 21 draft, right? Is that what it was? 4th round?
Yeah. Number 3, quarterbacks. Prescott will physically be ready, but is he mentally ready? Making quicker decisions and processing needs to be better for him. Got the quarterbacks at number 3.
Yeah, and I can't fight you too much on that. I think that's fair. Physically ready, no. I don't expect anything to happen, as far as how he processes the game. I think that's where it is. And you don't really change how you see the space and the motion of players and how it all comes together. So the only thing would be to have a freakish film study type of off season.
Yeah,
and maybe that's been happening, but we don't have any way of checking in on that. And I can't imagine that he's doing so much more than he's done in previous off seasons.
Everything I ever hear about him is how hard he works, and I believe it. There's not an ounce of evidence to say that he doesn't work hard. You can physically see how he looks when he goes out on the field. But again, he's going into year 7. Need better mental stuff from him. And I'm not saying he's a dumb guy. I'm not saying that at all. Just needed to be a little bit quicker and needed to see a little bit better too. I think then if that happens, I think he'll be ready to go.
It was bad how simple the coverages were last year that beat the Cowboys.
Yeah.
You can only put so much on the OC in the running game.
Number 2, cornerbacks. Cornerbacks. If Joseph shows he's ready, this group has a chance to be outstanding.
I like what you're doing here.
They need him to make that leap. Competition at the other spots will be good as well. Cornerbacks. I trust the 3 that are playing right now. I do. Diggs, Lewis, Brown. I trust those guys. They find a way to get Kelvin Joseph going. This group can really, really be good. And the others behind, I think they'll find those guys. But if you give me 4, this group's got a chance.
Yeah, and Kelvin Joseph has the potential to be an absolute star.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of people not pulling for him. The reality is the Cowboys are going to keep him on the roster.
Yep.
And his feet are blindingly quick. If he just stays healthy, I think through training camp and preseason, by midseason, we could really be looking at a breakout type of performer.
My number 1 group, John Machota's group, was the quarterback, right?
Yeah.
He had quarterback number 1. If you're following along, I've got the defensive line. I've said this all along about this group. I feel like, as a group, it has the best depth overall and are the best coached of all the positions.
Yeah, that's kind of Dan Quinn's specialty,
that is
isn't
his
it?
specialty. There are really good options to replace Randy Gregory at right end, by the way. I think they're going to be able to do that.
And Machota had the defensive line at 8.
Yeah.
That's a big disagreement there.
Yeah. I just And again, I never fault anybody that watches practice like John does. John studies this stuff.
He's all over it.
He's all over it. So we're all going to be different about this stuff.
Do you think you need to take him in the film room and school him up, though?
No, he's okay.
Do you think there's stuff that he's just not picking up on that you're seeing out there at OTAs?
I'm just kind of I'm watching the guys. I just feel like like I said, the depth,
okay,
the way they work, and the way they're coached. I think when we all get to Oxnard here in a month, I think that's where you're gonna see the most focus of this.
Don't you feel like Randy Gregory's speed is just irreplaceable? You can't make up for that.
I can't make up for his that quickness. I can't make up for that first step. But I think the players, I am full on buying Dorrance Armstrong here. I think Dorrance Armstrong's got it figured out.
All right.
And I like Sam Williams, who they drafted as well.